Imagine you have a jar of your favorite cookies. Every day you look at it, happy to know you have 10 delicious cookies waiting for you. But one morning you notice something strange. The jar still says it holds 10 cookies, but when you look inside, one of them has mysteriously shrunk. The next day, another one is a little smaller. This is exactly what inflation does to your money. It's a silent force that slowly, almost invisibly, eats away at the value of your savings. You work hard for your money, carefully setting some aside in a savings account, thinking it's the safest place to be. But what if I told you that by keeping your money in a traditional savings account, you are almost guaranteed to be losing money every single year? It sounds counterintuitive, but it's the unfortunate reality for millions of people. Let's travel back in time for a moment. Picture the year 2000. A crisp $10 bill could buy you quite a bit. You could get a movie ticket, a large popcorn, and maybe even a drink. That same $10 bill felt substantial. It had real purchasing power. Now, fast forward to today. What can that same $10 bill get you at the cinema? If you're lucky, maybe just the ticket, and you'll probably have to skip the snacks. The bill itself hasn't changed. It's still the same piece of paper with the same number printed on it. What has changed is its value, its ability to purchase goods and services. This erosion of value is the core of what we call inflation. Inflation is essentially the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising, and subsequently, purchasing power is falling. When economists say the inflation rate is 3%, it means that, on average, a basket of goods and services that cost you $100 last year will cost you $103 this year. Your money just doesn't stretch as far as it used to. It's like trying to run on a treadmill that's slowly speeding up. You have to run faster and faster just to stay in the same place. Now, let's look at that savings account you've been so diligently contributing to. You check your statement and see that the bank has given you some interest, maybe 0.5%, or even 1% if you have a high-yield account. You see the balance go up, and it feels like a win. Your money is growing, right? Well, not exactly. This is where the silent tax of inflation comes into play. If the annual inflation rate is, let's say, 4%, and your savings account is only paying you 1% interest, you're not actually growing your wealth. You are losing 3% of your purchasing power every single year. Your account balance is going up, but the real-world value of that money is going down. Think about it like this. You have $10,000 in your savings account. After a year, with 1% interest, you now have $10,100. You've gained $100, which feels good. But during that same year, 4% inflation means that what you could have bought for $10,000 now costs $10,400. So even though your bank statement shows more money, you can actually buy less with it than you could a year ago. This is the illusion of growth. Number gets bigger, but its power shrinks. Over time, this effect compounds, silently and relentlessly eroding the foundation of your financial security. It's a wealth-destroying force hiding in plain sight, disguised as the safety of a savings account. So why does this happen? Why do prices constantly seem to be on the rise? There are a couple of main drivers. One is called demand-pull inflation. This happens when everyone wants to buy more stuff than is actually available. Think of the hottest new gadget or a limited edition sneaker release. When demand outstrips supply, sellers can charge more, and people are willing to pay it. When this happens across the entire economy for many different goods and services, it pushes the general price level up. The other major type is cost-push inflation. This occurs when it becomes more expensive for businesses to produce goods and services. For example, if the cost of raw materials, like cotton for clothes or flour for bread, goes up, companies have to spend more to make their products. To protect their profits, they pass these higher costs on to you, the consumer, in the form of higher prices. Central banks like the Federal Reserve in the United States also play a huge role. They manage the country's money supply. Sometimes, to stimulate economic growth, they might increase the amount of money in circulation. While this can help the economy in the short term, having more money chasing the same amount of goods and services can also lead to higher prices, which is another way of saying inflation. The scary part is how this silent erosion compounds over a long period. Let's imagine a 25-year-old named Alex who decides to save $50,000 for a down payment on a house. Alex puts it in a savings account earning 1% interest. The long-term average inflation rate is around 3%. Alex plans to buy a house in 20 years. After 20 years, Alex's account will have grown to about $61,000. It seems like a decent increase. However, due to that 3% average inflation, the $50,000 worth of purchasing power Alex started with would now require over $90,000 just to buy the same amount of house. Alex's $61,000 is now significantly less than what is needed. The goalpost has moved so far down the field that it's almost out of sight. The dream of homeownership, which seemed so achievable, has been quietly undermined by inflation. This is the tragic, long-term consequence of letting your money sit idle. So, what is the alternative? Keeping money in a savings account is a losing game? What should you do? The key is to make your money work for you. You need to put your capital into places where it has the potential to grow at a rate that is higher than inflation. This is the fundamental principle of investing. Investing means buying assets that you believe will increase in value over time or generate income. This could include things like stocks, which represent ownership in a company, or bonds, which are essentially loans to a government or corporation. It could also mean investing in real estate, or a well-diversified portfolio of funds that track the market. The goal is to achieve a real return, which is your investment return minus the rate of inflation. If your investments earn 8% in a year and inflation is 3%, your real return is 5%. You haven't just kept pace, you've actively increased your purchasing power. You've beaten inflation. Of course, investing comes with its own risks. The value of investments can go up and down, and there's no guarantee of returns. This is why diversification is so important, spreading your money across different types of assets to reduce risk. It's also why it's crucial to have a long-term perspective. The market has its ups and downs, but historically over long periods. It has trended upwards and has consistently provided returns that outpace inflation. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about protecting the value of what you've earned and giving it the opportunity to grow so that your future self can enjoy the same, or even better, quality of life. It's about turning your savings from a shrinking pile of cookies into a plant that grows and bears more fruit over time. Understanding inflation is the first critical step toward true financial literacy. It's about recognizing the invisible forces that shape our financial lives. It's about shifting your mindset from just saving money to actively growing your wealth. Your savings account is a great place for an emergency fund, money you might need to access quickly within the next few months. But for your long-term goals, retirement, a child's education, financial freedom, it is simply not the right tool for the job. It's like trying to build a house with a spoon. Don't let the silent tax of inflation dictate your financial future. Take control, learn about the tools available to you, and start making your money work as hard as you do. Your future self will thank you for it. The jar of cookies doesn't have to get smaller. You just need to learn how to bake more. If you found this helpful and want to learn more about building a strong financial future, be sure to subscribe to my channel, Financial CAC.